Okay, good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to the Computer Club final meeting of the year. The Photography Club.
Sorry, Bob.
A lot of people have camera clubs, but we've got a photography club. If anyone's attending by Zoom, you're not going to get cookies. So there. Display setting. This is something I put together for the web based on the pictures that we took last time. And it's up on the web if you want to see it. And there's a picture of our display that our clever creative director thought of putting together, and we executed last time we met. So I just wanted to make sure you saw that. How many of you signed in? You signed in? We're off to a good start. And then please silence your cameras. And then are there any guests? I don't think we have any guests today. I think I see all familiar faces. Okay. Pardon? Is Betsy attending today? I don't know. Let's ask Betsy. Nobody likes a smart ass. Oh, thank you. You just bring that right up here. That'd be great. She will. I'm pulling her two different directions. Thank you so much, Betsy. I think that board members should always pay their dues. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Okay. Thank you so much, Betsy. Okay, here's our crew, which you're already familiar with. Here's our methods of communication. We have our own email group. We have our own website, and we have our own lockbox where we can drop stuff that when we need to. Here's where we stand on save the dates. We already had our last board meeting of the year on December 8th. Christmas were dark, New Year's were dark, and the annual party is coming up, but more about that in a few minutes. Here's where we are today. We're continuing with the monthly challenge, which is flags. And today's challenge is baskets. And today's activity is members pick. That's today. And we'll go on to detail on that in a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm slurring my speech a little bit, but I'm still recovering from this surgery under my tongue. Okay, the weekly challenges are today we got baskets. We're dark for the next 2 weeks. On January 8th, it'll be 3. However you interpret 3. Toys on the 15th, and then on the 22nd, no challenge because we have a guest speaker. And then on the 20, can't read it because it's covered up. Well, 7, 9, it has to be the 29th. That'll be night photography. I think I can move this. I think I can dock this up above. That might be a little better. Let's try it. Night photography on the 29th. By the way, we also have a very renowned night shooter coming up in our guest speaker lineup. So be sure and keep that in mind. That page down doesn't seem to be working. Here we go. Here's our monthly challenge situation. This month we got flags, and next month it'll be twisted. Anything that you interpret as being twisted. For example, your husband. The deadline for both is always the 31st of the month, okay? And if you turn in, you can turn in from 1 to 3 photos, put them in the lockbox. You can also bring them to the meeting if you like. The lockbox is better. and 8 by 10 is a good size. If you have some larger, like 11 by 14s that you'd like to donate, go ahead and bring those to the meeting. You can also, if they're in an envelope, you can also prop the envelope behind the lockbox. Some of you have done that before. Okay, and then write your name on the back, because that's the only way you're going to get your gold star, which is the big payback. And then if you're really lucky, you might win the contest and get your name mentioned on the post. But you get bragging rights, you get a gold star. I mean, doesn't get any better than that. Yes.
It's kind of neat if I have a title too for the photo, because then when if you're a winner, I can put the title of the photo along with the winner.
We can do that, particularly if there's only 3. Does everybody agree that's a good idea? If you do, it'll be done. All right, done deal.
Do you have any photos to donate then to the hospital?
I already have a few. If you're ready for them,
Yeah, I'm going there tomorrow.
It doesn't get any better, does it? Yeah.
Yeah, and I have some. I'll bring them over to you.
Perfect. Yeah, these are all donated to the hospital. If it's one you need back, I understand that.
Yeah.
Just mark on the back, please return, and put your name and contact information. I understand there's certain ones that you, oh, sign in, please. Sign in, please. Oh, you already did. Oh, that's right. I knew. You're just returning. I understand. I get real defensive about the sign in because it's already happening. We have to defend our space. If we can't defend our space, we're liable to wind up in the quilting room or something, you know. So really important to sign in. I know I'm a pain in the ass on the issue, but that's why. It's because I want to defend our space and make sure we keep it. Okay.
This is at a premium.
Yes, space. Thank you, Jan.
Yeah, and the long-term or long-range planning committee is always looking for space.
Thank you, Jan. Okay, here's where we stand on flags. We got Bob with 3, Elaine with 1, and Ruth with 2. Ruth K with 2. But your name can be here too by submitting from 1 to 3 photos of flags by December 31st. There's still time. The week activities. Okay, I'll start recapping these as well as the weekly and monthly challenges. The next 2 weeks were dark. Enjoy the holidays. On January 8th is a studio shoot. This one will be still life. And the way it's going to work is we're going to meet in this room just like a normal meeting. And then it'll be a brief quickie type. And then we'll do our weekly challenge and so forth, our normal business. And then we'll adjourn over to the art studio, much the way we did with food court. The only difference is that Charlene, Jan, Barbara, and Pat, I believe, I'm not sure about Barbara and Pat, but for sure Charlene and I think they'll all 4 be here. And what they're going to do is they're going to arrange still lifes in the art studio for us to shoot. So we'll meet in here at 10 like normal, do a brief business meeting. This is on January 8th. Do a brief business meeting like we always do, and then we'll adjourn to the art studio and we'll shoot still lifes. And then we will share those at a future meeting, just like we did with the food court. I'll give you an upload link and so forth.
So does it have to be with a camera or can you use your phone?
That's a camera.
Okay.
A camera is something that captures images.
Okay.
Yeah. But wait, there's more. Because it's January 8th. It's also the day of the holiday party. So these are the people that are RSVP'd so far. And our guest of honor will be Mr. and Mrs. Cluck. So did you have this? Did you bring the sheet again or should we? Perfect. If you want to come and you haven't signed up so far, Betsy, do you want to pass it around or what?
I can put it at the back. Yeah.
Okay, do that. And then we'll pick it up after the meeting. So if you want to join us, be sure you sign that on the way out. And we're going to supply the plates, the napkins, the cutlery. We'll even supply some soft drinks, water. I got to make arrangements for the water. I haven't done that yet. Soft drinks, wine, the chicken that's provided by the club, and then you bring a side or a salad or a dessert and join us, and we're gonna have fun. It's an annual deal.
Where is it?
That's a good question. It's at the Rec 2 King Card Room. I mean, Rec 1 King Card Room, Club Room. I think it's called Club Banquet now.
Yeah,
Club Banquet.
it's called the King Card Room on the left side and the club room or the fireplace room or the banquet room.
But we're gonna take over the whole shebang.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to join us, please do so and just sign up at the back of the room. Okay, before we do this week's activity, I wanted to give you a brief idea. Can you hear me okay? I forgot to turn the microphone on. Yeah, okay. How the members pick evolved. I had this idea a long ago and far away, that if we saw a picture that just really grabbed us, like this particular example, this is the one that sparked the whole idea. I got it, Walt. I got it, Walt. That's the one that sparked the whole idea. But it's just a picture that, are there more?
No.
Okay. If there's any picture that you run across, it could be on Instagram, it could be on Twitter, it could be in a magazine, it could be a newspaper, anything where you can grab it, and it just made such an impact on you that you really would like to share it. We'll do that. And we got off to a little bit of a rough start this time, but people have submitted, and we're going to talk about these pictures. But the thought is that by admiring good photographs done well, or that were meant something to someone else, that reached out and grabbed someone else, maybe we can create photos that do the same thing. So that's the idea. But here's a perfect example, I think, of the big three, which to me is just the light, the background, and an interesting subject. To me, those are the big three that just you got to have for a great shot. And this certainly has it. The setting is very unusual. It looks like a war-torn, it's what I call a story shot. I could write a 500-word story based on this picture.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
It's a story shot. I could write a story from this. It could be during a war. It could be an abandoned baby. I get it.
It's the bathtub, the Morse code.
Yeah, there you go. But it's something that grabbed me. It's a shot that grabbed me. And I know this happens to you guys as well. So what I wanted to do was capture that idea, and we're going to talk about some of them. The thing I didn't do right, I didn't specify how many photos. So some of you submitted quite a few, and we're going to look at them. And then others submitted just one, and we're going to look at those too. What I should have done, but I know how it happened, because I made the comment that I would like lots of them. So that's what we had. We had a lot of, and next year when we do this, if we repeat it, which I'm pretty sure we will, next year we will say like 3, pick your 3 favorite kids and we'll go from there. So anyway, that's the concept behind this. But when a shot like that just reaches out and grabs you, you'd like to share it. So anyway, today's agenda, we did the welcome, we did the overview. Now we're going to do the weekly challenge in baskets. We're going to do the members pick, and then we're going to adjourn. Let's do baskets. Thank you, Walt. I don't have any singles.
You're missing mine.
Oh, you got mine. I got mine back too.
I wasn't going to tell on April, but she just did. All right, so I got it. So Ron, bro, good. So about 7 or 7:30, I got all my files transferred, and I got my bag packed, and everything I need for the meeting is
Ready
is ready. So don't forget to sign in. Welcome. So anyway, the bag's all packed. I throw it in the car. So anyway, I just minding my own business, had breakfast and sent out the Zoom notice and all that stuff, and everything's cool. And all of a sudden I look in my inbox. It's April.
Sorry.
No, it's no problem. I put it on a jump drive and threw it in my pocket and
Here we are.
put it in a little bag so I didn't lose it. And I loaded it when I got here.
I sent pictures and they're not there.
Did you send baskets?
Yeah.
Baskets. I remember. Let's see. Could they have been mixed up with,
I don't see them there either.
yeah, all I got from, are you sure?
Yeah, I did.
Huh.
Weird.
All right, I'll tell you what, rather than hold it, I'll show them next time. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, those are share pictures.
And I just. I saw Ruth go by. There's April.
On the top. The top one said April.
Now I'm looking for Ruth K.
It's right up there. You just pass this on top of Charlene.
One more up, one more
Right
up.
there.
Up, one more up.
There, right there, where it says Dropbox.
That's the member's pick, which is one photo. Got that.
Weird.
Resend it.
Yeah, not a problem. I'll share them next time, but if I could find them when I get home. That's the only one I remember getting, but anything's possible. Okay, so
You have to go back to baskets.
thank you. Okay, let's do baskets. April, you're up first.
Yesterday I went to Bashes.
Oh, yes.
Yesterday, I went to Bashes for a practice run on one of my tours coming up in January.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I said no, but- Is that $2? No.
That's fine. Yeah, go ahead, April, sorry.
So that one is, this picture here shows the making of a basket. You can see on the left where to get the reeds and weave it through.
There we go. Okay, let's see, here we go. Hang on. There we go.
This one has a lot of color. So these are either Pima, Hopi, or I was at what was I? I was at that bazaar, that unique boutique bazaar. They had these baskets all stacked up on top of each other. And they were from Thailand.
Huh.
And I thought this was neat. This little statue was holding a basket.
That's right.
Mhm. And then here's some more chicken baskets. That was at the bazaar also.
These are our guests next week, Mr. and Mrs. Cluck.
There you go. We should have bought one for you.
Where was that, April?
That was at the bazaar was up on the ridge.
Oh, yeah.
Unique boutique.
Okay.
This is at the Eddie Bash's. I'm still trying to find out what's going to happen to the Eddie Bash collection because they sold bashes. Do
It's older. I believe it might be on private exhibit somewhere on loan in a private exhibit. I think that's what it is.
what they're gonna do with this.
They sold to Rayleigh's, a company I'm very familiar with because I used to be in that business, years ago. Tobacco and candy was my life. So
There he is.
there it is.
Lots of baskets there. We'll see.
Those baskets are not
And this
inexpensive.
is a free museum for those that you haven't gone there. You should go before they close it down. Yeah, it's on Bashes Road down in Chandler off the 202. And this is a hologram of a storekeeper from the way back. And he has a basket of fruit right there in front of him.
So that's
So this
all.
is at the Wickenburg Hotel, Wickenburg Desert Caballeros Western.
Oh, Caballeros, Los Caballeros, the resort.
No, no.
No?
It's the museum in Wickenburg.
Oh, okay.
So I just did a tour there, so.
I thought you meant it was at the resort. That's cool.
So this hologram talks about the grocery store.
Cool. Thank you,
All right,
April.
thank you.
And next is Martha. Where's Martha? Oh, can you pass that on, April? Thank you.
My son bought a house here in Leisure World. And the people had left 2 years ago and to Canada. And the husband passed away. And the wife decided to put the house on the market this year. And it came totally furnished. Just
Hold it closer, Martha. We can't hear you too.
everything.
There you go,
that
that's
can
better.
Imagine was still there. In fact, the realtor had cleaned out clothes, but even left bank statements. And, oh, it was just unbelievable what we went through. But as I was leaving his house one day, I looked on his kitchen counter and he had this basket. And I said, "What are you doing with that?" He said, "I'm going to donate it." And I said, "Well, you just did."
Good for you. Good catch. Very nice. Thank you, Martha. Okay.
So I have those pictures, but when I was editing, Lens came up and I pressed on there. And I see, do you have a picture, Bob, of that museum down? It's the
Which one?
it's MESKWAKI Cultural Center and Museum.
No, I don't. No, I'm sorry.
And the picture is just,
Was that the link you sent? Yeah, I didn't do that. I'm sorry.
it's the same weave.
Gotcha.
So it's, I guess, goes back to an Indian.
I gotcha.
Indian American.
I was gonna ask if you knew where it was made.
Mhm.
It's really neat.
Beautiful. Michelle.
Here it is.
Oh, thanks
Oh,
for,
that's pretty.
oh, she brought it even.
Yeah.
How cool.
Oh, there.
That is beautiful. We'll show it again when we get the lights turned on, okay? Michelle,
So we were in
oh,
Norway.
closer.
We were in Norway, and every culture does baskets differently. And what you see in this photograph are what they used to put their fish in. And I just thought it was really an interesting shot.
Is that so they drain? I guess,
Oh, yeah, I would imagine.
yeah, super. It's a great shot. Love the framing. Very nice. And now, Wolfgang.
So, yeah, good morning. I just took a bunch of pictures around the house of baskets that we have around. So it's just a seashell basket.
See, I didn't think of that. That's creativity. Let's see here. There we go.
A little scented basket. Potpourri. And this is a Spanish wine bottle that I got in Spain, and what they do there, not always, but it's pretty common to see a wine bottle that's wrapped up in a basket like this. Spanish thing.
Because that keeps it from breaking when you set it down too hard. Oh, there you go. of Valentine.
A bit of love.
You got it. Very nice. Nice basket.
And again, just another local basket.
Those things are not inexpensive.
Gotta have the Easter baskets.
Gotta have Easter.
It's an overshot, but
It's a nice,
Easter baskets
very nice.
and the Christmas basket.
And a shopping basket.
So yeah, this one's my favorite one. This is my little Nikon basket.
I love it.
Basket.
I love it. What a great shot. Thanks, Wolfgang. That's terrific. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we'll do the members' favorites. So what we'll do is we'll do the singles, we'll do the singles first. Diane, why don't you lead us off here?
Okay.
Yeah, please. Yeah, Jan. Thanks for helping, Jan.
Can you hear me through the mask?
Yeah, if you hold it real close.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I started out owning a camera as a child and developing pictures and stuff. And later on in life, I'd be invited to people's houses. I'm gonna take this one. I'd be invited to people's houses and they'd spend the whole night with these slides of their vacation. And I noticed they never really experienced their vacation until they brought it home to us. And I told myself I wouldn't do that. So I traveled a lot without a camera and I missed a lot of beautiful things. One of my favorite places in this country is Whitefish, Montana. So I captured this online, and this is Whitefish, Montana in the winter. I had some beautiful pictures of the town, but I think Bob just wanted one picture. So I did learn a very hard lesson, and now I'm taking pictures wherever I go of everything.
Well done. Thanks, Diane. We all, I think the memory is cringeworthy, the one where you're at somebody's house for dinner and it's about 7 or 7:30 and everybody's eating. And all of a sudden the topic turns to, oh, you know what? We could get out the slides. That's a cringeworthy moment. What I'll do is I'll talk for Jane Page. She's still not here yet. This shot was taken by her sister-in-law, and it was just such an unusual and great shot. It's really a picture of a picture, but Jane wants to be in touch with us, and as she's going through what she's going through, and I appreciate that. And I told her I'd be happy to show this for her. It's a great shot. It's a great capture. We all think of her all the time. Marjorie, tell us about the memories here.
I'd rather write than speak in front of a group, so I'm going to read some
Sure, go
excerpts
ahead.
from my story.
Sure.
It's called A Photo in Time. My dad, Charlie, is in the easy chair on a Saturday night smoking a cigar. He only smokes cigars on Saturday. Dad is wearing his blue work shirt under his well-worn striped overalls and his high-top shoes. As I look at his shoes, I think of all the places those shoes have carried him: corn and wheat fields, feedlots, the milking barn, granaries, and then into town to deliver milk and buy supplies. His dusty work shoes show his character. Both he and the boots are sturdy, hardworking, and dependable. I feel nostalgic when I see this photo of my dad. Vivid images parade through my mind. I see him waiting to eat one of Mom's fresh baked pies. I see him walking in the kitchen after a long day. I see him grinning as he hands me a 5-cent ice cream bar. There is joy when I see his infectious smile looking back at me. I long to be sitting, looking into that smiling face. I get a warm, fuzzy sensation deep inside. He looks at you with a little twinkle in his eye as though he is up to something, ready to tease any kid within earshot. It is unusual to see my dad relaxing with his feet propped up on the hassock. He was regularly outside dealing with the never-ending farm work. That adds curiosity. Who took this photo of my dad? Who captured the unforgettable image? Did they tell him a joke? What transpired between the photographer and the subject? I find myself staring at the photo and savoring Dad's remarkable smile and the sparkle in his eyes. Though he shouldered great responsibilities, he loved to laugh. Photos reveal themselves in layers.
Well done. Thank you. That's what it's all about, memories. You bet. Ruth K. Tell us about this one.
Right here. No, wrong road.
That's Ruth P.
I just looked up Ruth.
I also thought we could only hand in, of course, give one picture, and it was really hard to pick one out of the ones I found. So I decided to go with very creative, and I thought this was very creative. The lighting is cool. The placement of everything in the picture is just so perfect, but the reflections are cool. I just, and it was taken, you can see right through the arm of a bench. Somebody got down and took it right through the arm of a bench. So that's the round part, is the other.
Nice leading lines.
This has so many things right about it. The leading lines, the framing. Notice the big frame and then a frame within a frame with the hoops from the seats.
It was really, I thought it was
And the
cool.
light is just, without light, there's no photo.
And a cloud. There's even a cloud.
It's just fabulous. Anybody else want to make comment? Please pitch in. Okay. Nice shot. Ruth P.
Yeah, now you read it.
Obviously, it's alphabetical order.
This is a picture that's hanging in our hallway. I thought you could only give one picture, and we spent 39 years selling our photographs at art fairs, so obviously we saw thousands and thousands and thousands of really great pictures over the years, most of which came and went. But this one, I kept going by his booth. It's a photographer named Larry Oliverson. And I kept going by his booth and I kept seeing this picture, and he told me about it, and one day I bought it, even though it was pretty expensive. What he said about it is that he didn't say where, or if he did, I've forgotten, but it's someplace in a desert, and a place where a little pool would collect when it rained. And if you were there at exactly the right moment, the sun would shine on the wet sand around the pool and give that effect. And he included this little thing in the right, full, I don't know, little piece of wood, which I think just makes the picture because that's pointing at it. So anyway, it's hanging in our front hall if anybody wants to see it.
That's really, really something. You look at it, you really wonder what it is. So that's holding your interest, right? Isn't that a key part of a, it's something interesting. It could be a tornado. It could be a rear view mirror that's laying on a table. It could be a lot of things. It's the mystery that draws you in. I can understand why you would be, why you would like that. That's a nice shot. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. And next is Walt. Another nice shot.
Okay, this was taken by Howard Bond, who was mover and shaker in the camera club back in Ann Arbor that we went with many years. We were told that this is the most photographed set of stairs in all of England. It's in Wells Cathedral. It goes from the sanctuary up with a branch going off to the right into a chapter house, which was assembly place for the church people, and then keeps on going up because there's a staircase, there's a bridge over a road and back down on the other side into lodgings for all the people who were part of the church there. The church was started in 1176, I think, building it. And that area with the housing was about 100 years later. And Chapter House also about 100 years later. The reason for the way these stairs look is that behind the camera, there is an archway going into the sanctuary of the cathedral, but it got walled up many years ago with a small one-person at a time sized door going through it. Probably because of enough noise coming of people tromping up and down the stairs that it interrupted the service, is my guess. So for hundreds of years, all the traffic coming down the stairs has been, or up the stairs has been heading for that door. Most recently, I heard that some lady trying to walk down that part of the stairs tripped and fell. And there was
Oh
a
my God.
big demand that the stairs be replaced. You know, OSHA kind of attitude. And the historian said, no, and Prince Charles agreed with the historians and the stairs didn't get replaced.
Thank God.
But look at the worn.
Yeah,
It's all worn
Oh,
out
yeah.
there.
There's another story I can tell you about that.
Go ahead.
Well, we got there kind of late in the day, and Walt wanted to shoot that picture.
Having seen this.
Having seen this one, and there's also a famous one shot in the 19th century, the same stairs.
Closer, Ruth. There you
So we were late in the day. We realized they're going to close the cathedral at 5, and it was about 5:45 when Walt started, 4:45 when Walt started setting up the tripod to shoot this. And the verger came along and said, we're closing up. And I thought, I got to do something. So I started asking him questions about the cathedral. And I kept him busy for about 30 minutes while Walt took the picture. And so that's how we got the picture.
Well done. It looks like the light is coming from the upper left and it's showering down on the steps, and the light and shadow work together to stress the wornness where steps, millions of steps must have fallen on those stones to actually take some stone away over the decades. So it's a good, it's a great shot of light, dark shadows, pattern, obviously supplied by the brickwork. And who else wants to comment? Comments are encouraged, please.
I have this question, Bob.
Yes.
Can leading lines go that way rather than forward?
Leading lines traditionally go into the photo from front to back.
I see the lines up on top.
I would, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would consider this more pattern than lines, but there's definitely some lines.
Well, the leading line.
The leading line would lead you from left to right.
Well, it's also that the stairs are a leading line where the worn part goes upward.
Yeah. Anything that travels you from one side of the photo to the other could be. This is just well executed. Nice shot. Now we'll do the multiples. April, you're up again.
Well, I didn't listen to your instructions.
There were no instructions. There's no wrong or right answer here. That's my bad, because I said I wanted lots of them. Meaning lots of people. It never entered my mind that people would think, I'll be more clear next time. So you're not, all you people that supplied more than one,
So when I was
you're
on-
fine.
When I was on a Zoom meeting with you guys, this is where I was, up in Flagstaff area, four-wheeling. So people go down into that crater and back up, and this is where all the astronauts come and practice too.
Very nice.
Yeah. It was beautiful up there.
Where's my, oh, there we go.
This one I took yesterday at the Eddie Bash's museum. That's really neat. And this is a little shot of my new granddaughter on the It's a screenshot of the phone. Talking to her.
Is that how you got into the picture too?
Yeah. So we're doing FaceTime.
Aren't grandkids terrific? They're the best.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to go in. Somehow that got in, sorry.
Okay.
This is a gal, we went to Prescott for their parade. And I go over and beyond as a tour guide, and I handed out everybody these glasses. So she liked them.
Nice.
I thought the gold ones looked good with her hair color and her cowboy hat.
Perfect.
This was yesterday at the Eddie Bash's Museum. That was kind of cute. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, this wasn't supposed to go in there. I don't know how that got in.
Must have been memorable or you wouldn't have put it in there. It was, you were having wine when you were selecting the photos. I got you. Jan Kelly, you're up.
There you go, sorry.
I swiped these from all over the place, but actually this was from the BBC, and this just happens to be my favorite bird, which is a robin. And it was snowing. So this is about a week ago in England that they had them on favorite English photos on the BBC News on my online program. But I just like the sharpness of the bird, and it just stands out. Yeah, I love it.
First sign of spring, right?
This one is of a Aborigine. You probably sort of recognize the face. He's actually an actor who just passed away, but I like faces, and this also came from the same area. He was in Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he was in his 60s, and he just passed away, but he was quite a character. And he was in acting ever since he was a child. You probably recognize some of the photos along the way, but he did quite a few movies. But I just like the face.
I saw that one too. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Character, a lot of character in
I
those
like
wrinkles.
faces, yeah. I'm back to snow in England again. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. This is in a Yorkshire village, and this again was about a week or so ago. And it makes you feel cold. This is, I like it because it's a night sky, but I also like it because it's the Callanish stones in Scotland, which is up on the Isles of Lewis, which is way up in the North Sea to the left. And it's about the first island you touch when you come across from America, as far as hitting Scotland is concerned. But it was a night sky, and it's a very mystical place, no matter what. I saw it in the pouring rain, but then I saw this photograph of it, and I thought, I really like it because it is a mystical place.
That's a great.
Great lighting. They did a great job, I think.
Notice where she has the horizon. She has the horizon down because she wants the star. She wants the star of the shot to be the sky. It's well done. And the light is just perfect.
Another one I like, this is typical of English waterways and rivers that have a lot of houseboats along them, but I like the reflection and I like clouds.
I love the bird.
Yeah, and you got the bird right in the middle.
Great shot.
All stolen, of course. Yeah, that's closer too, yeah. This is a sunset again. It's in Wales, I think, or down there, looking down on the water. But I kind of like looking through the grass and the color, and I just think it's a nice shot. It feels warm.
The silhouette.
Mm.
Wow.
I always love the ocean, as you know. I take lots of ocean pictures. This is another metal lighthouse. I forget where it's. I think it's up off the Isle of Anglesey and stuff. But we can get some big storms, and they've had some of late. And I don't think this is very old. I think it was taken just in the last few years or whatever. But the oceans, when they hit the lighthouses, the pictures they do are just fantastic. It's dramatic.
Very nice.
I chose this because it was dramatic too. And I was in Egypt last year, and they love their camels, and they take everything everywhere or something or other. But to have a moon in the background like that, I'm not quite sure whether it's photoshopped or how they put it in there or whatever, but I just like the backlit photo. And I always like flowers too. I like the angle of this. I like the color. And I think it's a change from always doing a flower and putting it in a black background. I'm sorry, I've gotten a little tired of that one, but you know, it's I love the flowers that look real and in place.
Very nice. Thank you, Jen. Let's see here. Michelle.
Let me give you the backstory about this photographer. All of these images are from Galen Rao. Galen Rao was born in 1940. He was an adventurer, outdoorsman. At the age of 16, he made his first rope climb to Yosemite. And then he somehow or another came along Ansel Adams and was inspired by his work. And he's like, oh my goodness, I see this when I climb the mountains. So he bought his first film Nikon camera. And in 1972, he gave up his small mechanical business, became a full-time photographer, professional photographer. And then that year, his work was chosen for the cover story of National Geographic. He has made 35 journeys to various mountain ranges throughout the world, 35 different countries. And
Wow.
he has published 17 books. Now, the sad thing is in the year 2002, he was tragically killed in an accident. He also is known for pioneering the graduated neutral density filters in collaboration with Stingray. And all of this work is film. So when you see one of these images, think about this very, very fit man climbing a mountain with all of the gear, the tripod, his film cameras, his lenses. And he would either camp out all night and wake up first thing in the morning to catch the light, or he would actually make the ascent before daybreak. So I just want you to sit back and enjoy this work by what I think is one of the best modern landscape photographers.
How did you discover him?
Pardon me?
How did you discover him?
I was walking through a used bookstore and I saw this book. And
Oh,
I
for heaven's
loved
sake.
the cover. And so I opened it up and I'm like, oh my goodness, I love his work.
Great.
And this is
Great.
just one of the 17 books that we have in our collection now.
Here's some more of his work. I'll just go through these.
Oh, that's not his work, that's someone else's.
Well, thank you. That makes it more interesting to know the backstory. And obviously the man was a great photographer. And last but not least is me. I have a signed copy.
Is this yours, Bob?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I have a signed copy of this, the famous Afghan girl, signed by Stephen McCurry. I have this in my office. It's just timeless. It's captivating. It's one of those shots you just can't turn away
How
from.
did you get that, Bob?
National Geographic was having a sale, and I'd always loved this photo from the time it was on the cover of National Geographic. And I had also gotten fascinated by the story. Steve McCurry went back years later to try to find this random girl, and it's quite a story. It's a movie. I think it was might be it's like a documentary about how this girl was found many years later. And I'll pass that on to you if I can find it. But in fact, I should have brought the later picture. I mean, the FBI forensics got involved. I mean, there were all kinds of the Army and all kinds of agencies and stuff got all involved in this quest, and they found her. They had to compare facial skeletons, and because there weren't any, it was a random shot that he took, you know, but they searched the earth and they went to villages and just kept showing the picture. And finally, a few things clicked and they found her. So it's a fascinating story.
She has escaped now.
Pardon?
She has escaped from Afghanistan just recently.
Cool, cool.
She was 12 years old for that picture.
Wow.
I think we've all been just, I mean, it's timeless. You just simply can't take it's the eyes, it's the light, it's the colors, it's so many things on,
Put a green on and the eyes are green.
yeah. It's just so many things on so many levels. It's just phenomenal. Anyway,
What is she doing now?
She has escaped, I don't know where to.
she has, during the documentary that showed that she'd had children and so forth. So, but she's changed a lot. She's had a hard life.
Yeah, you say she had a hard life, didn't she?
I think most of you know my story, but this is probably one of the most prized possessions I have. This is a picture that my blood mother carried with her all the days of her life in hopes that I would find her. And this is these are my cousins behind me. These are cousins that I found through DNA. And this was a get together back in Kansas City back in 2015, I believe it was. And that's the picture. I was given that picture and I told everyone I want to be buried with that picture because it gives me a connection to my mother. The mother I was taken away from when I was 2 or 3 years old. So these are the things that make good photos and memories and so forth. And we'll fine tune it next time. I think it still came out pretty good. Yeah. What we're really trying to do is get you behind the camera and taking pictures. That's one of the reasons we're doing these photo shoots in the studio too. Trying to get you taking pictures. That's the whole idea. So anyway, that's our meeting for today. We're going to have Christmas and then New Year's. Yeah, give yourselves a hand. Have a great happy holiday, and we'll see you when it's over.
Yeah, Merry
And
Christmas, everybody.
yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you for attending.